Let me tell you a story, Kate. This is one of my favorite studio etiquette stories. An acquaintance of mine walks into a booth at a big, well-known studio, and into the booth, and there's a U87 sitting there in front of him, and he decides that he wants the music stand higher. So he puts one hand on one side of the copy stand and one side on the other side of the copy stand, puts his foot on the legs, and goes to lift the copy stand. It comes right out of the bottom part of the pole or whatever it is that it's
the stand right?
Part of it, and smashes into the U87. This is a good example of what not to do from a studio etiquette standpoint.
But that said, Graeme, you're not supposed to touch the mic in another studio. Let the second or the engineer do it.
Absolutely.
And let them raise and lower it. On the average, we are allowed to raise and lower our mics or our music stand where our copy might be sitting, But it's really, you don't want to touch the mic. Oh, I'll fix it and grab it. And, no, it's their job. You feel like you're bossing them around. You're not. You have to allow the engineer or their assistant, the second, to do just that and let them move it around and what have you, and set it where you need it to be and tell them where you want it to be. But look down at your copy when you're doing it rather than looking up at the mic. You just have to just come in, listen, see what's needed and wanted of you. Be prepared, be well rested. Don't be in such a hurry to get the hell out of there. Be there and be square. Again, you're honest.
On the other hand, though, don't hang around either. Good
point. Oh, can I see what this guy's doing? Really inappropriate to even ask. No. Oh, I just want to see what he's doing. I don't care. Get the hell out of here. I have had people do that. It's pretty weird, and it's like, you going to improve upon it, do you think? Or, well, I just want to see what somebody else does. Well, that's nice. Go take a class. Go take a workshop, You can see what a lot of other people are doing. But it's not appropriate for you to, unless you're invited. You know what I mean? And you will not be invited, and you won't be invited back. So there's that too. But yeah, you don't touch the mic. You come in, you listen, you show up on time, not in that order. And yeah, when you're done, get the heck out of Dodge. Get out of there. Make sure you've signed everything. It's the other thing too. Make sure if you have paperwork to fill out, make sure it's correct. Don't sign anything either. If you're unsure, call your agent, and if it's on your own, if you've got it on your own, you can, contact the producer and say, hey, there was an issue with the paperwork. I'm going to correct it and then initial it, and date it, so you make sure that all that stuff's there. If it's not what you agreed to, put the brakes on, don't be afraid to do that. You have to run your own business, but you also have to represent yourself well. And if you're there through a talent agent, certainly you're representing them as much as they're representing you, and they hear about what you did at that session. And it's like, what happened at that session? If you get that from your agent, did something go wrong? It's like, you gotta just own up and get it past you. You know what I mean? Get it behind you. When you screw up, that's the other part of it too. If you make a hiccup, do a pickup, not just in a session, but if it's, own up when it's the only way to get it past you is to admit when you've done something stupid.
Everything I needed to know about studio etiquette then I learned in kindergarten. Be nice to people. Be nice to people, be polite, and don't touch anything you're not supposed to touch.
Right. It's golden rule stuff too, Graeme. It's the golden, it's like, how would you want to be treated? Treat others the way you want to be treated. But the etiquette really has to do with just paying attention to what the tone of the room is, what people need and want from you, being kind. It is kindergarten stuff. It really is. I love that. That's a great analogy.